kids. Your old pal Krusty's gonna teach you 5 new words.
You're not wrong about that.
From Dallas, Texas, number 55, Bryan Broaddus.
Thank you very much, Lucius, for playing that. Dawson, thank you for the introduction. Thank you to Reliant as well for being a part of this one today. Trying to kind of get some information about the this whole thing with the MRI. We'll see what happens there with that. But that injury report looks pretty significant today.
It's the knee, they say, with Tyler Smith.
Yeah, the knee.
Kevontae Turpin, foot, DNP. Miles Sanders, DNP. So I guess that would head towards Jaden Blue, possibly.
Yeah.
Lamb. Hooker might be a couple of weeks with his toe.
Yeah, he's been a boot.
Guyton's in the protocol there, DNP, and then, of course, Booker.
Oof.
You want some limiteds? Kalen Carson, Trayvon Diggs, Jonathan Mingo, Kenneth Murray.
It's a lengthy one, man. 4 weeks into the season.
Holy cow.
That's what a couple of 70-minute games will do for you, right?
That's true. That is true.
A couple of 2 out of the 3 weeks you played 70 minutes of football.
Mike McCarthy would give you the whole week off after those GPS numbers.
Yeah, we're not going to practice at all. Probably not doing. I did have one time a team asked me, they go, "Do you guys practice down there?" Because they're watching our tape.
Crazy. A guy from Pittsburgh was the least hardworking guy in the league.
Crazy.
Go figure.
For sure. Hey, by the way, too, if you want to give us a listen on Love of the Star, Eric and I
there we go.
Did one this morning. So we kind of got into the Jets offense a little bit and kind of talked about some things with the Cowboys, what we were hearing and things. I have a chance to talk to you about the Jets offense. And Dawson, you were talking about Fields throwing the football.
Yeah.
And I think that, to me, there's a team. This is a team, when you look at, very similar to what the Giants, and I say it this way, as far as the skill guys, to me, Garrett Wilson is a hell of a football player, wide receiver there. But past that, where's the other receivers? Where's the other, you're seeing Alan Lazar play and Josh Reynolds, it's Tyler John. It's just kind of it's not a group that has a ton of talent at the skill, but the one skill player they have is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And that right there is going to be something I think you're going to need to be concerned about. I think you're going to be concerned about his ability to play with some condensed formation. They like to move him around. They, if you want to, I don't think Matt is going to play any kind of star coverage or travel with him or anything like that. I just kind of wherever he lines up, but you're going to get a lot of movement out of this guy. You're going to get those deep crossing routes, and you're going to get what we call arrow routes, where you run just through the secondary, just at an angle. And this quarterback, if given time, this quarterback can make throws. The problem that they've been running into, and it's kind of a young offensive line. They've went out and they got a couple of veteran guys with John Simpson and then Josh Myers, at left guard and at the center spot. But everything else is kind of a draft pick.
Yeah,
has been made.
Tackles the last 2 years in the first.
Yeah, and what's interesting also about this team when it comes to throwing the ball is they struggle. The first four games, I looked at the pressures, just broke down all the pressures. And kind of the common thread, Dawson, in this thing was that they do not mesh very well with their backs when it comes to protection.
Oh.
So what happens is you will find teams, and in the game at Tampa, and this is where, Fields was not the quarterback, it was Tyrod Taylor, but they were in that game. They blocked the field goal and went up, just couldn't get off the field at the final.
They could easily be 2-2. This is not an 0-4 team.
Yeah, this is a team that's kind of struggled that way, and to finish these games. But the thing with Justin Fields, like I say, give him some time, and he'll make a throw. But like I said, you pressure him like you did with Love last week. It's kind of a different quarterback in that way, and I think the game plan for Flus here in this one is he's going to have to show a lot more pressure. And I'm not just talking 4 down lineman pressure. Because I mentioned when the Jets try to protect, the coordination between the backs and the line is not good, and they'll let some guys run free. And you also rushing this guy, I think the blitz pressure is hard on him. But this is going to sound really crazy, and this might play right into Dallas's hands with the way they rush their passer. Zach, how would you describe the way that Dallas rushes their passers, the passers?
Well, I mean, it's really all about the interior pressure.
Well, how would you think? How does it look? How does their rush look? Does their rush look slow?
Yes.
Okay. You might want to slow rush this guy.
They do, and they're very delayed.
Yeah.
Especially when Flus does want to blitz, it's a lot of delays.
Yeah. The thing is, this guy, if you go to him quick and show quick pressure, he'll bail and he'll run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you might
He's got some Carson Wentz to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you might want to do here is, and it might just come naturally because the Cowboys don't win particularly quick, it might actually play into their hands.
Okay.
That they could actually
light.
Yeah, they could slow rush this guy, and he's going to have to make him have to read and have to stand there. And if you rush him quick, he bails out of the pocket. So this might actually play into Dallas's hands, not being a very good pass rush team.
I like this.
That they might, the slow muddling rush
The
that they have.
slow rush, baby.
Yeah.
Do you think that's by design? You were talking about, was it Sam Williams two-gapping on the edge? Is Eberflus asking them to commit less? No, it's just they can't get it done.
I just think that they're really, I mean, we've all sat down and either watched games or watched all 22. And what happens, I just feel like watching Dallas play, they don't win with first step quickness at all. Mm-mm. Now, maybe Houston a little bit.
Yeah, and as
maybe Donovan
showed a little bit this past week.
But they just do not gain much. They do not put themselves in position to work around blockers.
James Houston would fix that.
Yeah, that's what James Houston does.
But otherwise, they're fighting.
Yeah, so maybe slow muddling rush might keep this guy in the pocket. We'll see. But their offensive line, I'd say the two young guys at tackle, they're pretty good. Now, I've noticed this.
Didn't seem like they had good blitzes or good blitzers against Green Bay.
No,
they don't. They really don't.
Horrible.
Yeah, they really
Sandy
don't.
Overshown for that.
Yeah, you really don't.
I think Maris is their best option, and for whatever reason, they don't really want to do that a ton.
You might be in a second. You might have to have a secondary blitz too. Maybe this is slot blitz,
like some Reddy Stewart,
safety blitz. Yeah, just anything to kind of, because they struggled with that because the backs and the line were not coordinated. I'll say this about the running game, which I think Breece Hall is a good player. Another one of these good players. I think he's extremely tough.
And to your point, he's their second leading receiver, tied with the rookie tight end.
But how about this, though, Dawson?
Yeah.
They haven't completed a screen pass to a running back yet.
Okay.
Now, think about ways to hurt Dallas, right?
Yeah, the flats, man.
Flats. Flats. Throw to the flats. Put the ball in the flats, Yeah, I worry about the guy running to the flats, this quarterback. I worry about him running around the edge.
Another good one because those linebackers, they are taking such bad angles.
Yeah. But how about this though, with the way that they're playing right now too? It's interesting because they're in a situation where they really, really haven't got their tight end involved very much, but they got a really good one. Mason Taylor, I think. Mason Taylor is one of my favorite players. In the draft he was last year. But they're talking about getting him more involved.
They need to.
They absolutely need to.
He can be a special player.
He can be a special player. But running this football for the Jets, just watching their +5 and +10 runs, explosive plays. They're by the way, they're averaging 5.2 a carry.
Yeah.
So they might
behind only the Ravens.
Yeah, they might load up and say, you know what? Dallas is right up there, by the way, too.
Yes.
Teams run the ball.
5.1.
Yeah. What I noticed something about their runs. Majority of them are to the left side. The good ones are running to the left, which would be the defense's right. So now you have to think about this. Are you in a situation where you put guys like Clowney and Nealon and those guys at right end to try and mitigate the the ability of the Jets to run the football that direction? Do you put your best run defending edges? Because every one of Breece Hall's runs that are really good start towards the middle and then go left. It's like they kind of run behind Fashanu and Simpson. That's kind of where they like to go.
And Fashanu, I mean, out of Penn State, that guy's mauler.
Yeah.
He is a big physical lineman. Would you put Ezeraku in that conversation with how well he's started to play
I would think so. Just know that their best ability to run the football
left side
is their left, your right. So now think about your corner play too. Having Diggs over there. Diggs has shown ability. Sometimes he'll step up, but
Elam's been much better at that.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna need to have really good edge play, the linebacker play to that side, corner play, and the safety play coming down. Because if that ball bounces, their best runs are coming off that left hand side. So just kind of tie things up a little bit too. When you rush these tackles, rush them inside because they're athletic enough to handle the outside stuff. But inside, they've had problems. All the pressures I saw, the sacks, everything was coming from the inside.
Membu's a pretty good rook.
Yeah.
Membu's been awesome.
Yeah, they've got some, but it's all been inside stuff. Need to keep it.
That sounds troublesome. It really does with Fields.
Yeah, but Fields, if like you say, I would kind of slow rush him a little bit.
Yeah,
make him stay in the pocket. He'll kind of sack himself.
Yeah, he's just a guy that finds ways to lose games. Yeah, he's just been a loser.
The entire Jets team is that way right now, fumbling the ball left and right, and they do some design runs with him too.
They do some design runs. One interception between the two quarterbacks, but they've had some fumbles. They've had penalties, but they've got a good young offensive line. I think it's it's not banged up like we've seen the last few weeks. Cowboys going to have to be on it for this one, and then like I said, maybe some slow rush, but also think about blitzing this guy a little bit to affect him in the pocket, and hopefully he'll start to sack himself. And be aware of Breece Hall running the ball to your defensive right side. That seems to be where they're the best at it.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Thank you.